Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Ingrid Collu, Infrastructure Director at the Engineering Group, and it's really a pleasure to be here with you at the IAD Forum. So, at Engineering, we like to say that digital transformation is no longer an option. It's at the end our responsibility. And as we stand in the age of the AI area, this responsibility for me becomes really a call to reimagine our infrastructure from the ground up. So, let me give you first a quick introduction of my company. We are the largest Italian tech company and the ultimate business partner for sustainable digital transformation. We are glad to deliver tech services across every industry in a multi-country environment. So, a couple of numbers here. So we are a global company, but we have Italian roots. We are around 40,000 professionals, operating in 21 countries, and generating 1.7 billion in terms of revenue. We are really proud to deliver several services to different industries, such as consulting, technology, implementation, managed services, and to do so, we have also 11 proprietary platforms that we use. What I learned as infrastructure director for the group is that true transformation happens when innovation meets reliability. These are two things that are really present in every kind of successful digital transformation journey. And true long-term transformation always starts from changing the infrastructure inside. So, which is our infrastructure DNA at the end, the core values in terms of infrastructure design and in terms of infrastructure management. First point is to build flexible, hybrid, and composable infrastructure, since one size never fits all if I look at the whole set of clients of the different industries that we serve at the moment. Second point is related to automation and intelligence. Automation and intelligence should be embedded in every layer of the infrastructure, from monitoring to management and every kind of service that we deliver to our clients. That is also why we have built 3 top-tier data centers in Italy, certified, resilient, and secure. And we can serve the different industries, considering also the different certifications that are required to serve them. Other important point that I would like to highlight is that we need always to start from zero when we analyze the best-of-breed solution available in the market. Really, no vendor lock-in in this sense is required. We need always to have the possibility to choose the best-of-breed solution because we need to build hybrid and composable infrastructure. So, the truth is that business needs have changed. These are trends for me that are happening now, today, not in the next 5 years. We have AI, we have real-time services, we have edge computing, a huge amount of unstructured data to be analyzed, and these things are all rewriting the rules in terms of infrastructure design and infrastructure management. In this context, a serious approach for SAN and NAS, so the traditional one that we discussed already today, will result in the end in a huge infrastructure cost that definitely, as cloud service provider, we cannot afford. We are still also a growing demand for 24 hours per day, 7 days per week service requirement in terms of availability, no matter for the industry. And this is also a requirement for us in terms of scalability that is huge. Other kind of challenge is related to data migration. Why? Because we need hybrid environments. We need always to choose the best-of-breed solution. And so data migration between data centers should be a priority. If we consider all these requirements and we put them all together, we can understand that next generation infrastructure is something that is becoming strategic. So not just the technical stuff in this sense. And to meet this moment, at engineering, we needed a partner that could share our vision, our transformation vision, and can support also our evolution. And in this sense, we have chosen Huawei. So in particular, we are choosing to migrate from the traditional silhouette-based approach in terms of vendor and workload to a unified storage pool based on Ocean Store Dorado technology. Here, the benefits are quite impressive. First one is related to scalability. Second one, huge vendor consolidation approach, cost saving, reliability, and also at the end, a huge reduction in terms of the overall cost management on the infrastructure itself. So basically, we have started also to sleep a little bit better during night because of the reliability of services, knowing also that my clients are starting also to sleep a little bit better in this sense. Double click on our architecture. So as mentioned, we have 3 data centers in Italy. Here you can find the overall 3 data center architecture that we have built, in which we can activate a business continuity configuration for the data center A, which is an hypermetro type, with a near zero replication between the other 2 engineering data centers. I'm really glad to show you these KPIs because they're really impressive, okay? So we moved from 14 storage systems to only 4 storage systems, and from 3 vendors to only 1 vendor. This results in a huge consolidation approach. This results also in a huge cost cut in terms of infrastructure management. We move also from 8 storage models to only 2 storage models, which are the Ocean Store Dorado 8K and 5K, and in the end from 54 rack units to only 24 rack units. So in terms of DC occupancy, we are talking about less than 54%. I'm really glad to show you that at the end, the business case is extremely positive, 46% overall in terms of cost saving. Well, so basically, you know that when we have to touch our infrastructure and we are responsible, accountable for the infrastructure, sometimes you're worried about it. You're worried to touch it because you're worried at the end about the impact. Thanks to Huawei migration tool, it is possible to define and implement a really low impact storage migration. In particular, the minimum impact is with a downtime from 1.5 hours to only 5 minutes. This is because we didn't use a traditional host-based migration, so no reboot also for physical server in this sense. Low impact also in terms of service interruption, and it's really important, as you can imagine, for us as a private cloud provider that we manage a lot of clients in different industries. So really important to have also this feature in place. So we have built an active storage architecture, as you can see here in this slide, with an RPO equal to 0, RTO near 0, with an end-to-end load balancing between the different sites, achieving 99.99999% of availability overall, and a really higher scalability. It's really interesting to understand a little bit more the scalability concept, because thanks to this technology, I have the flexibility to choose between a single data center to dual data center until 3 data center configuration in this sense, from both loan and file system granularity, since we have the unified storage pool here in place. So, what's next? Which is a possible evolution. A possible evolution in this sense can be to build a ransomware protection as a service. Basically, we can dramatically increase our overall security posture of our data center, achieving 99.99% of detection rate by activating also Ocean Protect functionalities inside. So, which are the main characteristics of a ransomware protection as a service for a private cloud service provider like us? Well, the first one is the most obvious, as you can imagine, so detection and analysis, of course. Second point, second internal snapshot. Third one, which is fundamental considering today type of cybersecurity attacks, is independent backup. And then we have air gap physical isolation. In this way, really 99.9% detection rate as a target can be extremely interesting for us. So, Which is the data center of the future at the end? Well, I think that isn't just about the technology. It's really building about the foundation for an empowered AI-driven ecosystem, decarbonized IT, and real-time decision-making. Because at the end, artificial intelligence, as we can see also always today, also in today's section, isn't just changing the application. I mean, AI is reshaping also the infrastructure and how we understand infrastructure as well. Thanks a lot.